Renting a home should be a positive experience. At Bay Property Management Group, we believe in fair and respectful relationships between landlords and tenants. Unfortunately, there are bad landlords out there, and their behavior can cross the line into harassment at times. If you're a tenant facing this in 2025, it's crucial to know your rights and what steps you can take. We're here to break it down in simple terms. So, what exactly is landlord harassment? It's any action by your landlord that is meant to intimidate you, make you uncomfortable, or force you to move out. It's important to understand that landlords have the right to manage their property, but they cannot do so in a way that harasses their tenants. To illustrate this point, let's look at a few examples of landlord harassment. Unlawful entry. Think of it like someone walking into your home without knocking or having permission. Your landlord can't enter your apartment without proper notice except in the event of a serious emergency. Cutting off utilities. These are things you absolutely need to live comfortably and safely. So intentionally shutting off essential services like water, electricity, or heat is a big no-no for landlords. Changing locks. Without a legal eviction, locking you out of your apartment without going through the proper legal eviction process is illegal. There's a specific legal way a landlord must ask you to leave. Verbal threats. Words can create a hostile environment, yelling, insulting you, or threatening you with eviction without a valid legal reason. Discriminatory behavior. Everyone has the right to live without being treated unfairly because of who they are. Under fair housing laws, tenants are protected against harassment based on their race, religion, gender, family status, disability, or other protected characteristics. Failing to make necessary repairs. If your landlord blatantly ignores serious maintenance issues like a leaky roof or broken heating system, this could be considered harassment if the intent is to make you move. But as with anything, there are two sides to the coin. Thus, it's also important to understand what is not considered harassment. Landlords do have legitimate reasons to interact with tenants. Let's take a look at some examples of legitimate landlord actions. Providing proper notice for entry. Giving you the required notice, usually 24-48 hours depending on local laws, before entering for repairs or inspections is standard practice and allows them to maintain the property. Serving a legal notice to vacate. Following the proper legal procedures to ask you to leave the property for a valid reason, such as the end of your lease or a lease violation. Conducting routine inspections. Inspecting the property periodically as outlined in your lease agreement, and with proper notice helps ensure the property is being maintained. But if the inspections become frequent or are unannounced, that is a different story and may fall under harassment. Communicating about rent and lease terms. Contacting you regarding rent payments or changes to the lease agreement, as long as it's done respectfully and according to the lease and local laws, are necessary communications related to your tenancy. If you believe your landlord's actions constitute harassment, here are important steps you can take in 2025. Document everything. Keep detailed records of every instance of harassment. Note the date, time, what happened, who was involved, and any witnesses. Save emails, text messages, and voicemails. Think of yourself as a detective gathering evidence. The more details you have, the stronger your case. Review your lease agreement. Understand your rights and responsibilities as outlined in your lease. It might contain clauses relevant to landlord entry and other issues. Communicate in writing. If you feel safe doing so, send a written letter or email to your landlord clearly stating that you believe their actions are harassment and asking them to stop. Just be sure to keep a copy for your records. Seek legal advice. You can empower yourself by researching local ordinances and tenant right, but laws can be complex, so if you need help, contact a tenant rights organization, a legal aid society, or a private attorney specializing in landlord-tenant law. They can advise you on your specific situation and help you understand your legal options. Lawyers are experts in these matters and can provide crucial guidance. Report to relevant authorities. Depending on the nature of the harassment, you may be able to report your landlord to relevant government agencies responsible for housing or fair housing practices. Consider mediation. A neutral third party can help facilitate communication and potentially resolve the issue between you and your landlord. It's less confrontational and typically a crucial step before further court action. Only break your lease as a last resort and with legal advice. A lease is a contract, so breaking it early can have substantial financial consequences. Only do so if you have the legal grounds for your harassment claim, and ideally after consulting with an attorney. This can help protect you from potential penalties. At Bay Property Management Group, we are committed to ensuring fair and ethical treatment for all tenants, and we strictly adhere to all landlord-tenant laws. For more advice on all things related to the rental industry, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our weekly videos. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.